Well, this hunt here, I took my dad hunting in '84 Pennsylvania in 2019 for spring gobbler. And this was a pretty special hunt for me because ever since I was a kid, my dad always called for me. So now the tables turned and I started calling for him. And as soon as I started calling in the morning, he said, "Jim, what are you using?" And I said, "This is my diaphragm I'm using." He said, "It sounds terrible." I said, just like, leave me be. Okay. So I'm calling and gobble across the road. And I call and I gobble across the road. And then just gobble after gobble after gobble across the road. He said, "How far is that?" I said, "Oh, it's hundreds of yards away, down this valley, up the other side." And I didn't think that bird was going to come across. I expected the birds behind us, they were gobbling a little bit. I expected them to come down. But lo and behold, I waited a little bit. I stopped calling and I hit the call real soft, and boom, he hammered it right across the logging road. And he poked up, and my dad saw him, and we weren't sure if he was going to come towards us or go away from us. But check it out and see what happens. Hey guys, it's Jim here at KSL. Got a real quiet morning here in Pennsylvania. I'm sitting here in the blind with my dad, Barry. Hopefully he can put one down. We'll see what happens. Turkeys are gobbling like crazy up on the hillside. See if we can get one to come down. Pennsylvania longbeard down. Good shot, Dad.
There's something down in that nest still, too.
Good shot.
Thank you. Thank you.
So that was my dad, Barry Johnson, there shooting the closest turkey he's ever shot in his life. He usually, if he sees them, they're in range, and he shoots them. And I told him before we went out, I said, they're going to get close, Dad. Just wait till they get into the decoys. He said, oh, I don't know if I can do that. Well, I was proud of him. He let him get all the way up close to the decoys, and he made a good shot, and that was a heck of a hunt. So this hunt here is in Washington, Pennsylvania, 2019 spring gobbler. Took my buddy Sean Lamb out to try to get him a good bird, and I didn't know exactly where to go because I could see him in my field going side to side throughout the morning, but every single morning they'd be in the field. So I have a wood pile out there side to side. Let's just go sit behind the wood pile. We're not gonna bring a blind. If they're in the woods, we'll go in the woods. We'll see what happens. And when you know it, back behind us, they were gobbling their heads off every single call in the morning. And it didn't take but a half an hour, and I looked up and I saw a longbeard coming in, and I told Sean, I said, get ready. He got up on the wood, and I said, if there's two, we'll both shoot. I have a second tag. I brought my gun, and I looked. I said, 3 longbeards coming, and we were supposed to shoot on 1, 2, pow. So check and see what happens. Well, the birds came right into the decoys. They weren't even 10 yards away, and I said 1, 2, and Sean told me, no, wait. And then I started 1, 2. He said, just wait. I'm thinking, what are you doing? And then the main bird, he got all antsy, and I said 1, 2, and I pulled the trigger. So I got my second longbeard. That was great. But the whole time I didn't realize there was a second woodpow I had out there. Sean couldn't see the birds because the woodpow was in between him and the birds. I could see all three of them perfectly, but they were so close we couldn't communicate that to each other. So after I got mine, they took off running, and Sean missed a couple times, but oh, what a hunt. That was a surprise. We didn't think they were going to come in, and to have 3 longbeards that close and not have a blind or be set up or anything, I just figured we'd go out and sit, see where they were, and then we'd go chase after them. But it turned out pretty good.